as well. Welcome everyone. In case we are live here on all channels, let me make a quick introduction. Now it's working, perfect. So welcome everyone to the hopefully biggest crypto live stream for charity in the history of mankind. We have beautiful people over here. We have, of course, MMCrypto from the German community. We have DavinciJ15, the one and only one, Didi Taihutu, Tone Vase, of course, that Martini guy.
Hey guys.
And Sammy from Four Flies. Mo and me, we were 5 weeks in Mexico, and one of the schools actually already started to be built by Didi Taihutu, and we are building 2 schools, and we have in total 8 courses for charity. Today we will talk about the Bitcoin price, Ethereum price predictions. We will show you the charities. We will hopefully raise a lot of funds and help thousands, tens of thousands of people around the world. So thanks everyone for joining. And before I go into it and welcome everyone here, I wanted to incentivize everyone watching. If you could smash up the like button, share the video with your friends, like today for sure. If you cannot donate a lot, or if you cannot donate at all, no problem. It's free to share, it's free to like, it's free to make noise for the algorithm. I would truly appreciate that. And with that being said, let's get straight into it. Maybe everyone can say a little bit, and then we maybe start with the actual procedure for today. Da Vinci, how are you doing today, my man?
Yeah, in the pipe, 5 by 5 as normal, man. Oh, great to be here, man. I love Dubai, and you know it's good to do this charity event, right, to help out children, because you know what, they are the future. They need to learn about our criminal financial system, and so that they will not be a victim to it. And that's the most important. That's really important for me.
Exactly. We will try to raise as much awareness as possible afterwards. Of course, everyone's watching here. We have a lot of things prepared. We have not only NFTs, where 100% goes to charity. We have funny NFTs about some of the specific YouTubers here, community NFTs, and of course, great projects. And we will push as much value as possible. We have TA analysts like Tone Vase, DavinciJ15 here. We have fundamental analysts here. Great people around the world, and I'm very happy and proud to have you here. Mo, maybe you can say something, since we were starting this whole thing off here together.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not 100% sure what you already said. I know my channel is in German, so I did a small German intro, but exactly what you said. I've prepared a couple of nice charts. I hope that all of you guys have made some Bitcoin and Ethereum ready to donate as well. I think we selected a few very, very amazing charities that everybody can support without a second thought. And other than that, I hope we have an amazing stream. Thank you everyone for coming, and thanks for all the amazing people that also joined our Zoom call. And yeah, let's have an amazing talk today.
Yeah, amazing, man. Thanks also, Mo. Like as I said, we were setting all of that up together. Like buying ledgers and everything, securing, searching and researching the charity organizations. A big shout out to Didi. I'm coming to you next year for sure. Everyone also watching, in most of the, hopefully all of the descriptions down below, you will find not only Bitcoin donation address, but also Ethereum donation address, which is the same like the US dollar Tether donation address. And we are holding them here decentralized in Dubai, and we are distributing that kind of evenly towards these charity organizations. We are going to show you the ones which are certainly going most to our heart, but all of them are as important as the others. Are the schools we are building. We were there at the school. We were looking at it. We were talking with the people who own the land. And of course, we were checking everything out, that it's also going well there. And I can tell you guys, with a little bit of money, we can already change a lot. And I think this is the right moment to go over to you, Didi. We have 2 schools, actually. The very first school, you were already there. We were there as well, but you already started raising funds, actually a significant amount, and they are already starting there. I think you were also very touched when you were there. I was like almost crying. We have a few videos, footage we can share with you guys. So Didi, let's go to you, and I'm happy that you are joining. Please share a little bit with us.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for inviting me to this stream. And this is what the whole Bitcoin community should be about, guys. We are all earning something, and we should all be sharing. I was like almost. I went to the school. I saw the school. I needed to cry. I saw the kids sitting on the floor. They didn't have a roof. They didn't have anything. And we started to raise capital. We raised about 20K. I went there this week to check. They are building the roofs. They are building the walls. They started to build the fundamentals. They the kids already have all kinds of cool lessons. The parents are having meditation lessons, mindset lessons. We raised so much capital, Chris, and we are going to raise way more today that we not even are building a school anymore. We are building a community center for all the community over there. There will be sports field, basketball, football. There will be water. Kids will be educated on how to build walls out of clay, sand, the weed that we see here on the beaches. It's going to be a huge project, and I'm just very happy to be able to do this. And we all are as crypto influencers. It's amazing what we are doing today, I think.
Exactly. We are really trying to change something. I myself, I was studying economics, and I wrote my paper about what drives an economy forward, what sustains growth in the long term. And it's not money, physical capital, it's always human capital. So I made it my purpose to increase the human capital of the mankind. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this channel. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing with you beautiful people here this live stream. We want to focus on kids and on education to make sure that we can sustain growth, healthy growth, ethical growth in the long term in the world. And this is a great thing. Thanks, Didi, for already getting things rolling here for the school. I mean, your contribution was crazy already. Thank you very much for that. And of course, everyone down below in the description, you find these, not only the donation addresses, if you already want to send it over, we will share it later on how much is coming in. So it's going to be fun to see. A few donations already came in. Of course, Mo already donated more than $50,000. I already donated more than $50,000. I was promising it for a long time already. So if you go to these addresses, you can I'm the one Bitcoin coming in, and Mo is the...
Chris, look at your live chat. There is audio problems.
Oh, let me see.
It's a bit quiet.
No sound. Why?
Oh, on OBS.
Let me see. Are they saying no sound?
Well, I can hear it. I've listened to it on mine. You can hear it. It's just very quiet.
So people can hear me. Is that okay? They can hear me, or is there like no sound at all?
People are saying they can hear you, but everybody else is too quiet.
So you just have to switch around with.
You have to just increase the volume, the mic audio.
Yeah. Maybe someone else can continue. Tone, maybe you can continue. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then in the meantime.
No, Chris, they can't hear me. They can only hear you. That's the problem. Like DD was too hard to hear.
Yeah, I understand. I'm fixing that, but other people are streaming as well. So feel free to continue, man.
Yeah,
exactly, 100%.
In my chat, they are telling that they can all hear it very clear. The sound is working perfectly. So I don't know what it is.
Everyone go to DD's channel and watch it.
That Martini guy marketing.
Yeah, my channel's good too.
Right, everyone go to...
Yeah, sounds
DaVinci and Didi, I'll go watch it on there. Let's continue the chat anyway for now. So, right. Well, I'll take the lead for now. So
very nice.
Well, I'm interested actually more in your channel. I've never actually seen the videos that you make, being German crypto YouTube. How similar is it to the English speaking crypto YouTube, and do you make the similar kind of content to what we make?
Oh yeah, it's a pretty similar. So if you probably compare Chris, Carl, and I, it's pretty similar content. It's just mostly chart analysis, and we throw sometimes a couple of news in there, but it's exactly almost the same, just in German, pretty much as a simple and fast explanation.
That's all good, cool stuff. Anyway, I've got one then. Everyone take it in turns. How high is Bitcoin gonna go this year? While Chris is sorting out the sound.
Yeah, so just continue going forward. Mende, maybe you can say something about yourself, and I'm still trying to fix the sound. I hope everyone who is here on our stream can hold on for a second until I fixed it.
Yeah, exactly. Should work out. Yeah, sometimes people just say in my chat I'm a little bit too loud or too quiet, but most of them say they can hear everyone well.
They're saying it's better. They're saying the chat's saying it's better.
Okay, that's perfect. So your question was, how high is Bitcoin going to go, right?
Yes. This year.
Oh, that's very interesting. I will just throw it out there. I think like 220K, but not till the end of this year, but till mid this year. And then we see like the first bear mark or the first bigger correction. I will back this up with a couple of charts later on in the stream if you guys want. But that's my quick opinion. I want just to hear everybody else talking about their opinion on that. What's like an overview, so we get a small overview, and then later we can get into detail with charts. I think that will be very interesting.
Well, Mendy, you go next. I've never spoken to you before, so what are your opinions on Bitcoin and how high it's going to go this year?
Yeah, Martini guy, also speak first time to you. Nice to meet you here finally.
Yes, nice
Yeah,
to meet you.
well, I believe what Moritz says makes a lot of sense, but I believe it will go more like till 80. I have the feeling like 80, 85, and then it will settle like 30, 50, something like that. That's what I expect it to be. But let's hope it goes to 1 million even faster, but let's be realistic too. So 80K.
I think I fixed it. I think I fixed my audio. Maybe everyone can check.
Nice.
That Martini guy, can you say something? And
yes. I think the actual chat, the chat is saying everything is looking good at the moment. So I think we can continue
All right,
on
yep,
with the stream.
looks like we're all set.
Perfect.
Nice.
Everybody is set. Very nice. So finally, we can really start with a talk without any complications that some people can't really hear us or anything like that.
Yeah,
so,
I
let's
have
keep
to
on
ask
going.
everyone to forgive me, man. I'm horrible with these technical things. I'm so good at making videos and TA and all of this stuff, but when it comes to these things, I'm not so good. I'm happy that it's an event for charity, so we have beautiful people here who can forgive me, and I'm very happy about that. Maybe we can go into a little bit of the charity part, and then we go into, of course, Bitcoin, the current price action, where it's going to go in the short term. I think, Mo, you have also prepared something for the long run, a very specific trend, which is interesting to watch right now. And I think then we can go back and forth. Everyone watching, very, very quickly, I wanted to tell you, I will share quickly the screen before we continue. Just let me see. I think the audio should be fine now, right? The audio is fine. Let me see. Yes, so is the audio fine? Probably. I will share my screen, and I want to show something because we have a funny thing also prepared before we go. Just a second. Perfect. So here, what you can see on this side, we have a link down below also for different NFTs, right? Everyone knows NFT, it's the hot thing right now. And we are not doing all of this hype bubble kind of things. We just want to give away art here, like not give away. We want to put art here for all. Bid on it, and 100% of the proceeds are going for charity. So if you click the link down below for Rarible, you can see that. If you click on it, it says 10% are going to the owner, but the owner will send us these 10% back, and 100% are actually going to charity. And I will pay the artist something from my own pocket just as some kind of appreciation here. Just wanted to make sure that we can completely advertise it as 100% for charity. This is just an automatic built-in from Rarible. And we have funny things, man. We have here Bitcoin Lambo by Rene Turrek. It's going for auction. It's a famous artist. He was in TV. He actually was many times in TV, many articles. He was writing, like painting for Marvel or something, like Lamborghinis for Louis Vuitton. Crazy stuff. We have a lot of
he also painted the Optimus Prime, the car, the truck in Transformers movie. He painted the Optimus Prime truck, actually. Small side note, funny side note.
Yeah, so he did that completely for free. He painted this thing here. It's this Bitcoin Lambo with a Monopoly guy. Actually a beautiful piece of art. Then you have the crypto. It's a Mexican pyramid with Bitcoin. Another beautiful Zodiac picture. And then, of course, we have, for YouTubers, Carl from the Moon, MMCrypto, DaVinci, and also myself here. So if you want to bid, you can start with like $5, $10, whatever, and you can bid higher. Of course, later on, you can sell this piece potentially even for more. So the nice thing about this idea is that, well, you're donating anyways, but maybe on a speculative approach, you can make even some money in the first place, and that could be fun. And if not, well, at least your money went to charity. But we are in the middle of a hype, so who knows how that goes, and who knows what articles we will have to write about. We'll write about our stream, or maybe we get some attention, or some other people want to buy that stuff. So that could be very, very beautiful. Carl is actually right now asking to join the stream, so I will add Carl from the Moon in. But before we go ahead, guys, make sure you check out this Rarible thing. I see already likes going in on that things, and maybe now I can welcome Carl here to the stream. If I find the Zoom thing again, I will stop sharing. Just a second.
Exactly.
Let's go. Carl from the Moon and Crypto Jack, how are you guys doing today, my man?
Both in one call. Very nice.
Well, we are doing very well. I just have to mute something here because now maybe it's better. Hello, we are doing very well. Jack, how are you doing?
I'm doing extremely well. How are you
Very
doing?
nice.
Doing well.
Nice to see everybody.
Can you explain again how
That's
well you're doing?
very good.
Extremely well, especially that we're doing something very nice with charity.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that makes us feel very good, and it's very cool to see all of you guys together. So I'm happy to join.
Yeah, happy that
to
you
have
made
guys
it. Exactly, very nice.
But the question is, how many subscribers do we have combined here, man? Millions, maybe millions. Carl, you have like nearly 400K. Crypto Jack also crossed 100K. More like 60, whatever. Like I have 300 something. Like
Definitely
we have
above
2
a million, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely above 1 million crypto subscribers.
cool.
So that's a very interesting community
like
getting
nearly
together.
everyone
at this
already.
Nice to see that Martini guy, Floor Flies, Matthias Mende.
Mende, wow, Mende, his heart is so
Didi.
clean.
Yeah, cool. DaVinci, very nice. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Great to be here.
we're a good team to talk about some cryptocurrencies. I think we all have different opinions. They maybe be similar, but there's definitely going to be some interesting charts, I think.
1.2 million for Bitcoin.
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
To give this
Hey,
a
Chris,
little bit of context.
I'm like that.
David-
I'm like the audio check, Chris. Now your volume is low. Everybody else is fine. Your volume is
Yeah,
low.
Chris
So
is
either
low.
get the mic closer or fix your volume.
Yeah, but I don't know. How is my volume right now when
you've
I'm...
just
No,
got
it's
louder.
better
Just
now.
got
It's
louder,
better.
Mhm.
Yeah, just hold it closer.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
way better now.
Too loud now.
Come on!
No, actually, it was fine. Actually, it was
Yeah,
fine.
it was
I
fine for me.
I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine now,
No,
yeah?
no, guys. It's fine for us. We're talking about the people watching on YouTube. They're saying, Chris, your audio is way too low.
Yeah, we were watching before we joined, and Chris's audio is a little bit low. But on Zoom, it sounds fine. But on YouTube, it's a little bit low.
It's definitely lower.
Yeah, then just make the desktop audio a bit lower, Chris, so the people can just up the
Oh, I
stream
think it
volume a
should be
little
fine.
bit.
I just checked it on my phone. I don't know. So...
Okay,
Anyway, we can hear you, so it's not a big deal.
whatever. Yeah, should be fine.
They'll just have to listen a bit harder.
Or maybe increase the volume in your OBS.
Just a second. Yeah, I did that. Wait, 1 second. No, it was not loud enough. So let me increase the volume here on OBS.
Nice. Okay.
So, Martini guy, you can take over again. Go on with the question.
Okay then.
Yes.
Well, we've heard several predictions so far. Let's continue. Tone, I'm interested because the last time I heard you do a prediction, it was $3,000. I am only course joking.
Oh man, what was that? So you know, I'm actually closer in line with Mende. I do think I see this current bull cycle as a double top similar to 2013, just not as big in magnitude and a little bit longer in terms of time. So I do see the first top in Bitcoin taking place sub $100,000 in that $70,000 to $80,000 range, followed by a pullback to no lower than 40. 50 is more realistic, 40 is possible. And then before the end of the year, I see another run up to at least 150. I mean, 250 is possible sometime next year, but I'm going to be, you know, on the safer side and more realistic side and say that 150,000 on that second bubble top. But it's Bitcoin, so anything can happen.
Yeah, I think that's much better than last time. Go on.
A quick question, DaVinci. You mentioned 1.2 million. Can you elaborate a little bit on that? Is that for this year?
Yeah, I think this is for this year or the last quarter, the first quarter of 2022. Because I mean, think about it, right? Is the Fed going to stop printing? No. Is the ECB going to stop printing? No. And corporations, right? Do you think that Michael Saylor is the only person who's realizing that, wait a second, my revenue has to be growing at 25% in order to make my company worthwhile, and I have to have monstrous growth. So in this scenario, what do? Well, you have to look to where this has happened before. Well, in Argentina, Venezuela, and Zimbabwe. Okay.
So you're picturing a US dollar capitulation there. That's what you're envisioning here. I think that's a bit ambitious.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that, because what I am saying is that a lot of corporations are going to move into Bitcoin to protect themselves, and they're going to have a certain percentage allocated to protecting their wealth just in case.
Tone,
Hey,
can I ask you one thing, Tone? Can I ask you one thing? Because the thing you're talking about, Tone, is it this chart? Is this what you're expecting to happen? So 2013 we had the blow off top and then the second run, and this one now.
Oh, hey, Didi, wait! I don't see anything yet. Hold on.
Yeah, we don't see your screen yet.
There we go.
You selected the wrong one.
now.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes. Very
So-
nice.
Yeah, that is the 2013 one. That's exactly what I'm talking about, but a little more drawn out in terms of time, and obviously not to the same percentage rise.
Yeah, but so you expect this blow off top going to retrace to the 21 EMA and then to the top line again around mid this year. This is what you expect.
Well, so I'm not a big fan of this particular form of technical analysis with these lines, because one of the problems with this look is that these lines, they adjust historically based on future prices. So the chart that you're looking at, the reason why this chart looks so perfect is because with every new price tick, it actually adjusts all of those lines historically to make it fit perfectly. So if you ignore these lines, the structure should be, I'm expecting the structure to be similar to 2013. You can see the big difference between 2013 and 2017 bull markets. In 2017, it was just one exponential rise. But in 2013, there were two exponential rises. So if you like move the chart up a little bit here, you can see that, no, move it back up a little bit. So you can see all of 2013 and 2012.
I'm fully on board with this one, by the way. I think this is a really good analysis of what's going on.
Right. Yeah, so that's kind of my view. I just want to push back on DaVinci a little bit. So DaVinci, I 100% agree with you on the corporate side of the analysis, but I slightly disagree on the printing side of the analysis. We all understand that the government is printing ridiculous amounts of money, but the government has also destroyed more wealth than they are printing. So while the government is printing trillions, the average person is broke because they can't open a business. And unless you're a government employee, you are not making the kind of money you were making a year and a half ago. So while it's great that the government is sending us checks, if you're in America, and those checks, a lot of that money goes right into Bitcoin, to me, the money printing isn't the driver into Bitcoin, because if the government destroys, $20 trillion worth of people's net worth, and they print 10 trillion, the world is still 10 trillion in the hole. But the fear of corporations and those with money that the government is doing something stupid to run into the safety of Bitcoin is the driver. So it's not the direct money being printed that's the driver into Bitcoin, but it's the stupidity of government for destroying people's lives, and that's the main driver.
Yeah,
maybe let me go back maybe a little bit to the charity point of view, and then we go back into the price action for Bitcoin. Especially today, we had a nice breakout. So there's a lot of cool stuff to talk about. I wanted to share my screen quickly and elaborate a little bit on that. And I really hope that everyone can hear me right now. Let me quickly go back. So if you actually go down, you will find these donation addresses here. There's also a QR code, but I will just go and copy paste it from the description. It's the best. You can see already 8 donations coming in. I just sent before the stream 1 Bitcoin myself. And also if you go over to the Ethereum address, you can see that Mo already sent here 1 Bitcoin worth of Ethereum. So basically the same, just in Ethereum. If Ethereum keeps pumping, he will have donated more than me. But so far it's same. Over on Ethereum. So if you want, even like some people already donated here, for example, 0.05, that's like So in total, it's $60,000 on both addresses. But here you can see this is, for example, like $100. $100. This is financing 10 tables in this school, for example, right? Maybe I cannot build the house with $10, but it's already 10 tables. So it's a start. And if we have in the end, like, I don't know, tens of thousands of people watching, and you have like 10 spare dollars, it really makes a big difference. If you think like, okay, maybe if I don't sell, it's like $10 less. Yeah. What difference is this? It's maybe like one table less for children. And we have here like a lot of nice footage. Here you can see the children dancing. This is literally the exact children's you are buying the tables and the books for. Look at this. Do you see these children? And when we had last year in March, this pandemic starting and these crazy government actions in Mexico, they shut down schools because of the virus. Can you think about how crazy this is? Children are losing their future because of that. So these schools right now, we can build them up and we can make sure that these children are getting education regardless. So every single cent, every single dollar donated is going to these amazing individuals and you are building their future for it. I just want you to understand how amazing that is. This is school number 1, where Didi Taihutu himself already started building the school. This is how it looked before. It already looks different right now. There is me, it's Emmanuel, the amazing person helping us with raising the funds. I think Didi will share some footage later on. There's Mo, and they are already, I show you the tent here. In the tent, where's the tent? Just a second. Somewhere here is the tent. They are already educating on the right-hand side. You see this blue paper, already educating children. So in the end, with a few $1,000s, this school is already built because Didi already pumped 20K inside. So a few $1,000s left there. Then we have school number 2 here, which is this footage is about that. And here you can see actually a picture with Emmanuel, me and Mo, and this is basically already the beginning of this project number 1 you can see in the description. So a cut of every single thing, every single dollar you are donating is going to one of these schools, and we don't have a maximum. Of course, we will have these schools funded rather quickly, right? But a cut of every single donation is going there, and it's unlimited. We can raise unlimited funds, and we will distribute it towards these heavily well-selected charity organizations, actually, which Mo and me picked from your guys' suggestions. We had like 80, 90 suggestions. So we took it from there. It's most of them are crypto accepting charities. If not, we will make it happen. We will convert it, and we will make sure that every single cent we are distributing to these charities, we will prove exactly where it's going, how much is going there. You can see it on the blockchain. We will show you the proof. We will show you the documents. We will release a website where you can find everything. And this is just, of course, this live stream is for fun. We want to make some nice predictions. You can make probably some gains from our predictions, hopefully. But we were making insane profits here in the last 2 months. And I think even if like 0.00 whatever % goes to charity, it is beautiful. This stream is about living is giving. And the more you give without expecting something in return, the more you will get in return, actually. This is how the universe works. And this is what I wanted to say. This was my quick rant, and I think now we can go to the next people.
You've always got to pay it forward, Chris, don't you? Every time you pay it forward, it comes back tenfold.
Yes. You don't expect it, right?
Yeah, no, but it's true. It's true. I mean, I gave a guy that was watching my channel, he got hacked, and I gave him 1 Ethereum because he'd put basically all of his savings into something. He clicked on a dodgy link, he'd lost it. So I sent him 1 Ethereum, so he had his account back, and then everything's gone great since. And they just always pay it forward. And I want to stress that everything that does get donated to this stream does go to charity. 100%. There is nothing that we will be taking from this. This is purely a charity event.
But also, if you the links down below are going directly to the charities, right? I think we also posted for the EB research and also Operation Smile, right?
Yes.
Yes. Exactly. But the money that we raise right now on the addresses will be distributed to all charities in the description. So the money we raise right now is not just for our own project in TULUM. We will try to split it as fairly as possible to all the charities below. It's just so that people
explain what Operation Smile is. I think Operation Smile is a beautiful charity. It's for children that are born with a defection on their mouth, so that their upper lip is. It's basically not fully functioning. It looks
cleft lip. It's cleft lip.
Yeah, maybe that's what. Yeah, and it's yeah. I mean, in very developed countries, it's easy to just fix it. But in countries where families are poor, the children cannot get the help they need because they need surgery, right? So this charity called Operation Smile, they are making sure that poor children around the world that are born with this, they get help and they get surgery so that they can look more normal, because we all know that like children, like if you see someone that looks a little bit different, they can get frozen out and they will feel very uncomfortable. So I think it's a beautiful, beautiful charity, because I think for children specifically, it's so sad to see children having these problems, and I think that everyone should have the right to get these physical things fixed, because no one chooses to be born like that, right? Many people are born with diseases and things that yeah, simply you cannot control it. So I think it's very, very important. So Operation Smile, that's a link down below, I believe. And then I believe you also have the link to EB research, which is also for children with a disorder that has like it's very, very severe skin disease. And these children, they are struggling every day. They usually they don't even live longer than 5 years old, but sometimes they actually fight past this. But they are struggling every day, and I think that's also a beautiful charity. So yeah, I care a lot about like children with disorders, because my brother, my little brother, has he was born with many different disorders. Among some of them was Down syndrome, so it's like a mental disease or mental disorder, and cancer and heart disease. So he had a long list of things, but yeah, I think donating to children, for me, I really like that. So click those links, guys. I actually donated $111,000 already to this to EB research. And
quite a few donations flooding in now to that Ethereum address. I've not checked the Bitcoin one, but the Ethereum one.
Bitcoin the same. Bitcoin the same.
Very
so the people
nice,
really
guys.
are starting to donate. Like I said, the links are in the description.
Yeah, and Chris,
hey guys,
Chris, your live chat keeps asking for the super chat capability so they can donate to your YouTube channel.
I don't want donations. Whatever you guys want to give to me, let's say you want to give me a $50, go down below and put that equivalent in US dollar Tether, in Ethereum, in Bitcoin. Thanks for telling me, Tone. I'm always telling you guys, I'm the last person in the world who needs the donations. Please give it to those charity organizations down below. Always in the future, when you want to donate, even if it's a for-profit video I'm making for YouTube, well, even then, just go out, give it to someone in need. But right now, it's only about those links. It's only about the NFTs. And this is very, very important. So I think I even disabled that on purpose, not today, but like any time before.
Wait. But if you do have access to your live chat, if you can make me an admin so that when I reply, people know it's the real me in your live chat and not a fake Tone, that would probably be useful.
Are they starting already, these impersonators?
One thing, guys, make sure that you
already.
Yeah, maybe see our community manager. Maybe you can make Tone an admin over there. That would be amazing. And I wanted to say the Rarible things are also already starting. I just clicked on my NFT, $1,800 already. And you guys, you have to understand how this Rarible thing, the NFT thing goes. If you put a bit there and no one else puts a bit afterwards, then after 20 minutes, this thing is gone. So if you make a bid right now and no one comes after you, you can actually get it for very cheap, which would be sad. But for you, maybe it could be a nice thing. So make sure you screen that if you're interested in one of those NFTs. Don't let too much time pass, because after 20 minutes, this Rarible will automatically distribute it to the specific address who donated there. And please remember, 100% of that is also going to charity. And I'm very blushed that you guys are already willing to pay here 1,800 DAI. I see $1,800 for the specific NFT. Very beautiful. The Bitcoin Lambo, Chris MMCrypto one. Thank you everyone for that.
Yeah, I want to say that that I'm going to be matching everybody's donations except for Chris and Mo's. So everyone, I'm going to be matching up to $50,000 as well. So
Amazing.
Please donate so that we can get those numbers up.
So with
That's
this
amazing.
already, we have like 100, in this case, if you guys keep donating 150 plus the 50 matching, more than 200,000 are already almost secured. Maybe we can get to 1 million. Let's see what happens here, guys.
I gave 2 Bitcoin a few days ago.
Very nice.
Are you matching them?
No, I'm not going to match you.
I am smarter than everyone else. I'm not Chris. I'm not Paul. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
up to
DaVinci is
50K
motivating
anyways,
the
up to
viewers.
50K.
Yes, exactly. So, guys, DaVinci is in crypto since 2011. The $50,000, you should definitely try to reach them as fast as possible.
Exactly.
So he has to pay some of his very cheap bought Bitcoin to charity. I think that's a very, very good idea. And thank you, DaVinci, for matching thank you very much for matching the donations. It's a very, very amazing. Thank you very much. And also for joining the live stream.
And we already have 22 donations on Bitcoin. We already have, how many is this? Like also approximately 20 on Ethereum. Then we have many bits coming on Rarible. So that's beautiful, man. Guys, I'm so proud of you. You are not making only gains in crypto, you are also giving back. And I think that's a beautiful thing. We will make sure that when we are building this school, for example, and there are like 8, in total, 10 organizations down below. So we will split it among them. But especially those schools we are going to build with your guys' donations over there. We will document the process. So imagine you are putting $100 down or whatever, $50 down, $1,000, $10. You can see in this progress of building the school, man, I was buying this desk for them. I was buying this computer. Like, how amazing is that, guys? Think about that. And that could be truly something great and something you can be proud of yourself. Gains are nice, I can tell you, but speaking from own experience, like giving back, this is something which really stays forever. There was one very famous German guy, he was a hedge fund manager. And if you want to do something, you want to learn from other people's mistakes. So this guy was flying in private jets. He always had models around him. And now looking back, he was in prison, in Italian prison. He had like $1 billion under management. He is saying, if I'm looking back to my life, the only thing which keeps me standing up in the morning, the only thing which makes me proud, and the only thing which puts a smile in my face is that I was building a school in an African country. This is what still makes him proud, and he did that tens of years ago. And this is what still makes him proud. This is what makes him smile in the morning. Not that he was building a great imperium and making billions of dollars. No, it was building this one freaking school. And we can build 2 schools today, and we can add 8 other charities as well. So this is something I can just tell you from the experience of a seasoned investor hedge fund manager. This is something which stays until eternity. This is something which will warm up your heart, and with which you will, with 70, 80 years old, look back and you will remember that.
And I like that idea, because when you're doing that, you're actually directly helping something instead of giving it to a massive organization. Because sometimes when you give to a massive organization, even though it's of course good, it's hard to maybe always see exactly where the money is going or exactly what your money is actually doing.
They have a lot of overheads.
Yeah. So
hey guys,
I like that doing schools. Huh? Tony?
Mo was talking. I don't know if he's talking into this stream or another
on
stream.
No. He's Mo is actually talking into his German live stream. He's just translating for them, so don't worry about that.
Don't worry.
DaVinci, I wanted to say, after you made this announcement that you are matching donations, people started bidding on your NFT already. So great job. Sorry, Carl, you were interrupted. Continue, man.
Yeah. So I think it's a very good idea to do this direct charity kind of thing, and I think the schools, that's an amazing example of that. And also something that I, for example, did just a few days ago is because I follow, because of my little brother, he's been very sick. Because of that, I follow some other like sick children on Instagram, because I think it's very inspiring to see them fighting. It's like different disorders. Some of them have this EB, some of them have Down syndrome, and some of them, I mean, you can see that how they're fighting and how their family is struggling. And there you have an amazing opportunity to also do this direct charity. For example, there's one guy on Instagram who has a disorder that I don't remember what the name is, because usually it's like very long names of these disorders, but he cannot move at all. And he needs care like 24/7 all this time, like literally every single minute of the day, and he has like tubes out of his, like he cannot move at all, so his parents have to like move him around all the time, and like his room in his house looks like kind of a hospital because he has all this kind of stuff, you know. And so I just reached out to them. I said, hey, can I donate something? And they just sent me their PayPal, and I sent them over $1,000. And that's also a perfect example of like direct charity, because it goes directly in the hands of the parents of the child. So that's an example of something that people can do. If you find someone, whether it's Instagram or YouTube or whatever, you can just reach out and actually donate, because that's directly going to the right hands with no slippage at all. And I like that idea. So the schools is a perfect example, because 100% goes to the actual thing. And I think we can come up with many other examples, because yeah, I think it's important that we try to maximize or optimize the value of the money we give.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful speech, man. Thank you very much for that.
Very beautiful.
And yeah, I don't know, Mo, maybe what are you guys suggesting? Should we continue a little bit with price action today?
I think we should.
Yeah, hey, I wanna just do a quick shout out to Slowmad from the live chat, who just said he donated 0.78 Ethereum.
Yeah, I see that one's coming in. Thank you very much, man. What a very kind donation.
That is nice, man. Nice. Very beautiful. Yeah, I can see already more donations coming in, and it's just crazy. So whenever we see someone, or whenever you make a donation, feel free to leave it in the live chat. Every now and then, whether it's Tone or someone else of us, if we see that, we can shout you out, and it's truly an amazing thing. We will just trust you there. So make sure if you make a nice donation, well, leave it in the live chat, and we will try to.
Another very kind one's just come in for another 1 Ethereum, which is that's a good one, isn't that
nice.
one?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
very amazing. Thank you very much.
In the live chat, Anders also donated 0.25 Ethereum. Thank you so much.
That's amazing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really starting to go off here with the donations. They're really starting to go up step by step. I think the people are getting motivated by other people that are donating. They see that they're not the only ones supporting the cause. So I think it's very amazing, and I hope we will reach all the goals that we set for this live stream.
Yeah, and one thing is already certain: it's gonna be hundreds of thousands, because we already have 200 basically secured, and it can go only up from here, which is amazing.
Chris, and to back up what you're saying, because you're saying about that we are tracking everything and all the spendings, I just want to share my screen for 1 second to back that up, so that you can see that that we really are calculating everything. I don't know if you can see the screen.
Not yet again.
It'll come in a second.
It will come in a second, but this is exactly how we calculate everything that's being done into the school. All labor hours, all stuff that we are buying, everything in total. You can see that already they declare every month at my place it's 74,920 Mexican pesos, which is around $3,800 what they just used now to build the school. I will share some images later of the school, what they already built for this small amount of $3,800, so you can see what they already are doing for that money. So I just wanted to show it so that people really see and understand that this is really serious, and that we are keeping track of all the spendings that we are doing at those schools.
Please leave it on. Leave this paper. Can you share it again? It was amazing, because it is a perfect example how every single cent counts. And thanks, Diddy, man. Big shout out to you once again. I mean, you already did so much over there. It's really invaluable. And you guys watching, with this paper Diddy is sharing, it still needs some time to share here. You can see they even have cent amounts after the dollar. So this is how accurate it is. And let's just go here. Foundations, or like whatever, wall and column constructions. So let's say you do like $40, right? There is something, $38.5. Ban is to finish the tables. Donate $38.5, and this finance this already. So you can see like every single dollar counts, literally every single dollar. And I mean, this just shows it perfectly. And of course, the more you can donate, the better. But you can see, even if you have, okay, your crypto portfolio is $1,000 and you think, okay, I can donate $4, perfect. $4.
Exactly.
This is 1/4 of sandpaper for tornillos. I don't know what it is, but it is 1/4 of that already, right? So very, very beautiful. Thanks for sharing that. And I think it just really goes to show that what I said, that every single dollar counts, is actually true here.
True. It's very, very true, for especially in those poorer areas. I mean, it's not that you have to spend thousands of dollars on a desk. You know, it's a very, very, very cheap, and it will be a place where a child can study. And this child has a potential way brighter future than it had before that, and it can already be those $15 that make this difference.
Well, it's the crypto community that's making a difference in this case as well, which is amazing for Bitcoin, that historically has, I mean, had a bit of a dogged media reputation, but this is what comes of when people do very well out of something. Everyone wants to give back, which is not something that you often see from traditional financial infrastructure, which it's dog eat dog, whereas it's a very community driven space is cryptocurrency. Also, a few more donations are coming for 1 Ethereum, which is very nice.
The donations are going up by the second.
Yeah. Chris, can you pull up the Bitcoin donation address? Someone in the live chat said they donated 6 Bitcoin, so I'm very curious if that's
not true. It's not true.
I have track of that, so I would have already screamed if that would have been true. So,
but maybe it is true. Maybe it's coming from an exchange, and they are waiting for.
Exactly. Yeah,
for the exchange to release it.
Well, other than that 6 Bitcoin transaction, as a fan of Bitcoin, I'm loving the fact that everyone is donating their Ethereum and hodling their Bitcoin. That is very great for me to hear.
There is quite a few more Ethereum transactions than there is Bitcoin ones, which actually perhaps there's more Ethereum users, Tone,
burn.
Oh, shit. Or maybe it's also possible that in the last couple of days, people made nice profits on Ethereum with trades and stuff. So they're now using the profits to donate. But you never know. Maybe it's the other way around.
But the US dollar amount is pretty similar. We have now 70,000 approximately on each of these addresses, which is already a great thing. This is 140K. Plus the rarible things which are going on. I mean, people are bidding like crazy already. They really start bidding like crazy. My NFT here is already more than $3,000.
Wow, so that's crazy.
Whoa.
Think about this, guys. This is not just, you could go there and make a screenshot, right? This is not how it goes. If you are buying one of these NFTs, whether it's the MMCrypto one, the DaVinci one, the Mo one, the car from the Moon one, or any other ones, this bull here, I don't know what it is. Just only look at those which are linked in the description down below. If you are donating to these ones, well, then you're not getting only this piece of art. You are having it one time. It's verifiable on the blockchain. You can sell it again for your own profit if you want. You can even donate it. You can keep it for your own profit on the Rarible platform, for example. And if you want, you can hold it forever, and no one can counterfeit it, right? That's the nice thing about NFTs. It's a really fun thing, and I think the best, in my opinion, the best use case is actually charity for this, because you are getting something of value, because it seems like people are valuing it, and you get something which cannot be counterfeit, and 100% of that, of the money you are putting in, is going to charity. So it's a win-win-win-win situation here, and that's absolutely amazing.
Somebody has a question here that wants to answer. So is the charities going to be holding a Bitcoin, or are they going to be converting directly to cash?
Or they think they are going to convert it. Okay. Obviously, right?
Yeah, they needed to build everything. So most of it will be converted directly as soon as it's donated, or pretty much all of it. So it won't be held for too long. I mean, we want to help instantly, and in the best case, if Bitcoin really outperforms now everything and 10x's this year, at the end of the year we will just have another event like this, and then you can just donate again. So I think this actually brings up a really good topic. Like, I would love to, or you, Chris, like, just get a deal going with a charity saying that, hey, we're gonna donate you X amount of Bitcoin, but you are only allowed to sell half every year, so that half the Bitcoin is always, staying there, and they can probably finance it for a long time.
I like that idea.
It's fun. I mean, it really depends on the charity. If they have like imminent need for the funds, of course, it's not something we can ask them to do. But otherwise, if they don't, then it's definitely a reasonable thing to do, because we all know where it's going to.
Honestly, I think it is reasonable because to the Bitcoin community, specifically the Bitcoin community, if you actually can prove that half the Bitcoin will remain every single year so that the charity can only sell half the Bitcoin, you would get a lot more donations, because Bitcoiners would absolutely love the fact that they are creating a long-term Bitcoin holder. So they would actually get more money by doing that.
Yeah. But like, to be 100% true, I mean, we don't have to do a deal with a charity, right? We can just keep it in the wallet and then just cash it out a half a year later. That's probably the easier way to do it.
Right.
And then give it to charity as well, right? Would make it easier at least.
Anybody fancy bringing up a 5-minute Bitcoin chart?
Yeah, let's actually go into
right before you do it, Chris. So if you did want to do something like that together, put something like that together, in order to give trust to the people donating, it would be like a big multi-sig. Like, you would have a key, I would have a key, like DaVinci would have a key. So it would be like, 5 of 9 multi-sig to make sure that half the Bitcoin will always remain and only half of it gets sold every year.
I have a better idea. There's a foundation. We could do a foundation for that, actually. And then we don't have to do all that work.
That was the plan at the end. Yeah, that was the plan in the first place, to do that sooner or later, to do a charity that stays, or a foundation that stays in the description for a very, very long time. And we can apply all those great ideas there. That makes a lot of sense, I think. But for now, I think it's very difficult to plan a completely different structure live and stream. Maybe we'll be a little bit...
No, for next time. Next time the stream happens.
Yes, exactly.
Very nice idea. I wanted to remind everyone, some of the...
1 second, Chris, to add something to that tone. I love the idea. What we are also doing here, and we should do everywhere in the world with the ambassadors, we try, so I educate the charity here to accept Bitcoin with a Bitso account, which is the Mexican variant of a wallet. And then I educate the charities to try to convince the local craftsmen to accept Bitcoin for creating a table, for creating all their services, so that they, it will become this multi-level game that they accept crypto as a charity, as a deposit, but then spend their crypto as well to the local craftsmen to build a table, or to hire people to give some English classes. So we need to do it from step to step. So yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, I also wanted to quickly, otherwise it's actually, it shouldn't be that important, but it is, because how Rarible works, whenever there's on one of those specific NFTs for 20 minutes, no bid, this goes away to the last bid. So if you want one of these things and you see, well, in a few minutes, these 20 minutes are over, I would highly recommend you to click on this link for the specific NFT down in the description down below and bid on it before it is actually going to someone else. As an example, my NFT is here right now for 3K. Well, if you are willing to pay 3.1K, go there right now and hope that no one is bidding on it in the next 20 minutes. Same for the DaVinci one. It's already going higher. Since he said it, it went higher, $1,100 more. So go there if you want the DaVinci one. And remember, it's not only that everything from this NFT sale is going for charity. Also, in addition to that, you can potentially sell it for more later on Rarible. This happens every single time here when people are buying scarce, not every time, nearly every time, when people are buying scarce NFTs. It is a platform and the prices are going ridiculously high, call it a bubble or not, but it's a fun gamble for sure. And well, the most important thing is of course the charity, but I think this is a very good argument for these NFTs. And well, if you are willing to pay the price, I would focus on that. If you only want to donate $5, $10, fine. We have the links down below. And of course, if someone wants to donate $1 million, that's also fine. Either bid on the NFTs or use the addresses down below. So there's of course no limit, guys. Should we go over to the price action, guys? What do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah, because we want to provide some value for the people here as well. Who wants to start? Okay, let me start. I will make a quick one. You guys share, then you guys share your screen and say what you think, okay?
Yes, exactly. Do so.
All right, let me share.
Feel free to start your...
Yes.
Nice.
Let me know if you can see me. You know what? I will enable my face quickly so you can see me all the time. And I'm going over to the chart. So Mo, I think this is a chart you will elaborate a little bit on because you showed it to me and I shared my opinion already in a viral video which got 130,000 views. So I want your opinion about that one. Let me quickly go in the immediate short term, which is usually what everyone is interested in. What you can see here is something interesting, and this neckline you can draw it however you want, but it seems like this is a W which actually broke out. The nice thing is if you treat this here as a rising wedge, it broke to the downside. Rising wedges are breaking more often to the downside than not, and the price target of that was, well, what a beautiful, like, I mean, TA works sometimes very beautiful for Bitcoin. We hit the price target, Bitcoin forming this double bottom where the second bottom is higher than the first bottom and breaking above the neckline. This is a textbook W. Filling the bearish price target of a rising wedge perfectly, creating a double bottom of the second bottom is higher than the first bottom, breaking out, confirming the breakout. All what we need, in my opinion, and guys, you can share your opinion as well, is a break above the previous rejection point. Statistically, this really puts the nail in the coffin for the Bitcoin bears. As long as we are not doing that, I would say stay a little bit cautious, but you can see here actually volume coming in at the breakout candle, and this is a beautiful thing. The breakout price for a target for this breakout is 60,500, and of course, if I'm zooming out a little bit, you can still see the price target of the falling wedge breakout, which is still in place. Takes a little bit longer than I was hoping for, but it's the previous high. The previous all-time high at 61,700 US dollars. That much for Bitcoin. I'm quickly doing Ethereum, and then it's your guys' turn. I really want to know what you think. Here again, I mean, this looks exactly like the Bitcoin price action. Actually, I think Carl, you had very similar TA on your beautiful channel. If he's still here, I don't know. You can see we had a double bottom, second bottom higher than the first bottom. We have a W, a break above the W, rejection down, a bounce from the previous neckline. All we need here, the same thing again, is a break above the previous rejection point. This is usually my last confirmation sign among the volume I want to see coming in. It's Monday, so we can expect volume. And as you can see, volume is coming in. So the price target of that one would be 2,200. But eventually, I'm zooming out a little bit, looks like Picasso. Maybe I should make screenshots of my charts and NFT them. You can see the price target of that one would be approximately 2,500 US dollars. That's really the immediate short term, and that's my thoughts. And now, guys, back to you.
Exactly. So the short term, I think we all have pretty similar thoughts on. I think most of us had this W. I think most of us also, or some of us at least, had this big inverse head and shoulders. I know a lot of people are not that big of fans of head and shoulders in the crypto market because in the history they had a lot of times where they pretty much failed or broke out in the other direction. But anyways, Chris, you just talked about a very nice and specific line that I drew in December, on 27th December or something like that, where I made a video saying that Bitcoin is going to go to around 60,000, 65,000 in this area. And then I think we will get the first bigger resistance because of this orange line you also had in your chart, and you made it a viral video. Wait, let me share my screen real quick for that. And then I want to definitely get your guys' opinion on this line and if you think it's going to break or not. Wait a second, this will work like this, I think. Can you see my screen, guys? Is this working or not?
Yes, it's working.
Okay, that's very nice. Let me just turn off the EMA ribbons real quick. And I'm talking for sure about this red line. And I think, Tony, you were mentioning that it's with most of the times those lines are very redrawable, right? Especially at the end point. But with this specific line, in my opinion, it was very hard to redraw it in any other way. Like I said, I had it already drawn in 2-3 months ago. And for sure, there's like a range. You can probably move it in between $60,000 and $70,000 very freely. But I think that this is definitely a little bit of resistance that is holding us down right now. And also, interestingly enough, we have our on the log scale, at least, we have this nice daily support lines. So the chart is right now crunching right in between. So I just wanted to know from you guys directly, what do you think? Are we going to break above or below? Just the thoughts, real quick, and maybe why.
It looks really interesting, the whole bearish divergence that we have on the RSI there. And that's the only thing that to me screams, I don't know.
We can make this bigger real quick and also change maybe to the weekly chart, so we have different time frames maybe as well.
Then it changed. Yeah, now it don't look quite as bad. That's better. Fixed it.
But yeah, true. When in doubt, zoom out. That's a thing I think DaVinci always says, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Just to note, though, get bearish divergences like every month with this uptrend. We had one just before we broke above 20K, but they don't seem to matter.
Yeah, on the smaller time frames, at least that's 100% true. So, and that's why I'm not quite sure if we break to the upside. I definitely see the potential that we have, especially if we look like at the very, very big time frames. I also saw a Bloomberg chart very recently where they took a look at the 3-month Bitcoin chart, and especially in the three-month Bitcoin chart, if we manage to and this is going to happen this week, either we break below or we break above, right? So I really think
that doesn't look that when you put it on that one, it doesn't look finished. It looks like there's a long way to go on that one yet. And
yeah, exactly. I think that there's a possibility to have like the next 3 months to have like a very, very like this candle, exactly like this one. Every time we topped out, we had like this insane big green 3-month candle, and I think if we manage to break above this week, this is a very big possibility till we connect with the other all-time highs at around 220K, and that's why I'm thinking a little bit that if we break it this week, that I'm pretty sure that we will see crazy amount of price gains in the next 3 months, and then maybe see the first correction. That's where my standpoint is coming from, at least besides the fundamentals we have. But I still see it a very dangerous space for Bitcoin right now, because we can't be 100% sure if we are going to break above or below, because exactly like you mentioned, we have this the RSI thing on the daily. Well, what's your guys' opinion on this?
I think this chart is extremely interesting, because just technically, let's exclude all the economics, all the fundamentals. Technically, every single time on the monthly Bitcoin hit this red line, on my chart it was the orange line, on yours it's the red line. Every single time we went into a bear market, right? So if you exclude everything and only look at this trend line, you would say this is the start of the bear market. From April, we should be going down. Why it's not going to happen, in my opinion, and probably most of your guys' opinion, we are all subjective and have vested interest, but just coming from a standpoint with some arguments, just like usually people are saying this time it's different. It's a fool's thing to say things are never different, right? In investment, all of these laws of nature, they keep repeating themselves. We have bull market, bear markets. Why I think that this time it is going to be different without being a fool is that, first of all, Bitcoin in it of itself is different, right? It's the first asset which is really scarce. You cannot inflate it, right? You cannot inflate it above a specific maximum supply. Not even for gold it is possible. And for Bitcoin, it's the first thing where, well, everything has an order book. Even this glass bottle has an order book. You have an elastic demand, elastic supply, and the price actually regulating the relationship between supply and demand, right? So whenever the demand goes up in a capitalistic environment, a rent seeker would come into place and produce more bottles to actually take gains on that, right? Demand is going higher, they produce more, they inflate the supply, and well, we have an equilibrium in the market again. Well, for Bitcoin it's different, right? If the demand increases, the demand is elastic, we are in a bull market, institutions are joining the space, the demand increases, what usually should happen is people are mining more Bitcoin, so people are putting more into mining equipment, but for Bitcoin it's different. If more money is put into mining equipment, the network gets more secure. Put more money into mining equipment for gold, the inflation rate increases. Put more money into mining equipment of Bitcoin, the network gets more secure and the inflation rate stays the same, because the difficulty adjustment will regulate that. So that's interesting. When the demand is elastic and the demand is increasing as it is right now in the bull market, and the supply is absolutely scarce, absolutely fixed, we only have one point of regulation, and that's the price. And this is why we have, in this environment where central banks, 84 central banks in the world are printing 24/7, this is an environment where the demand increases, even the supply of fiat currency, where Bitcoin is denominated in, actually this Bitcoin US dollar, what we are all looking out for. Well, this is different for Bitcoin. The economic environment is different, and Bitcoin in and of itself is different. And that's why I think this time it's going to be different. And that's why I think this time we are going to blast through that line here in the super cycle potentially.
Hey, Chris, I wanna add a little bit to that, and you're absolutely right. Bitcoin is the most scarce asset, and adding more resources really only makes Bitcoin more secure. It doesn't actually create more Bitcoin, because it can't. But for me, the property of Bitcoin that got me into Bitcoin, and I will always consider it to be more important property than the fact that Bitcoin is scarce, is the unconfiscatability property of Bitcoin. It is the first asset humans have ever owned that is unconfiscatable by someone with a bigger gun. And the reality of that property is still completely like most people are unaware that they can own an asset that no one else can take away from them if they properly secure it. And that is so powerful that it breaks borders, especially at a time where we're all locked down and quarantined. Like the power that Bitcoin brings people is still just incomprehensible to most people.
I think that's
Absolutely
a very good point.
I think this unconfiscatability, it will get more important as the time passes, right? Like even gold is confiscatable.
Right, because of metal detectors. Like gold
they
has
did,
become
they did that with when they 1930 something leading up to the World War. They confiscated
34.
all the Americans'
34.
gold.
Yeah,
yeah, that
34.
was the one.
Yeah.
And
right.
So that happened.
But even as a like a personal example, when my family, I was like 9 years old when my family left the Soviet Union, and it didn't matter how much wealth my family had in the Soviet Union. We were only allowed to leave the country with $100 per person. That was all we were allowed to leave with to start a new life in a different world. And that is no longer a barrier thanks to Bitcoin.
Exactly. I'm looking forward. No, that's amazing. That's an amazing thing. Because I remember at $1, I was pointing that out, that people were like, are you not seeing this? How big this is? That people could like transfer their wealth and nobody knows they have it. It's all up here. How could you not see that? I mean, and yet they were saying, no. I'm not going to even spend $1 on Bitcoin because it's a scam. I'm like, even if I'm wrong, right? It's just like you're spending a lottery ticket's worth of money here, and look where it is today.
Yeah. And you were insuring people's losses. I remember in 2000. I mean, I don't remember. I watched it on your channel in 2011. You were actually saying, guys, buy $1 freaking worth of Bitcoin, and I will insure your losses. Like, how many people took your advice? 5 people?
5 took that insurance.
Wow.
Yeah, you never had to pay them this insurance.
Yes, I was about to say. You never had to pay those 5 people the insurance.
It's so crazy.
That's very, very nice. One thing I just wanted to throw out, because I think there's a lot of new people coming in. I just wanted to remind everybody to, for everyone that is live, go down into the description. You find the donation addresses there. We already reached $82,000 in donation on the Ethereum address. I think on the Bitcoin address, also more than $10,000 got donated. The NFTs are already above $10,000 now in total. So
on
guys,
Bitcoin more than 70.
Yeah, in total. I mean that came on top of your 1 Bitcoin donation.
0.21.
Exactly. So just scroll down. You find the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, the USDT address. That's the way, the easiest way to donate. And also, for sure, you can try to get one of these very unique NFTs where the complete profits also go to charity. Just want to throw that out there before we continue with the charts.
Actually, exactly. I wanted to continue with the charts also. Let me one more time share my screen, because it is really, the clock is ticking right now. And I wanted to remind you guys, there is this Rarible link below. You have basically here 6, 7, ignore this bull here. You have 7 NFTs here. And these NFTs are for sale. People are already bidding on it like crazy. Let me open like the most, for example. Now it's going higher and higher. The donations for this one are already coming in. We are close to 1,000 people just started donating, and now people are going crazy about that one. DaVinci's one also already crossed $2,000. Like all of them are already bid on. Even mine here, I'm very proud. It's probably because I'm shilling it so much, but don't forget the other NFTs as well. Bid on the other ones. You can get them for cheap as well. But here, my one also more than $4,000. And the amazing thing about this is, if you are actually getting a hold of that NFT, you are owning it, 100% of your donation of this price is going to charity, and you can even sell it on the open marketplace Rarible for more again. All you have to do is go to the link down below, the Rarible link, connect your MetaMask wallet, and you can directly bid on it. And the clock is, why did I say the clock is ticking? The last bid here for the NFT, maybe if it came 5 minutes ago, in 15 minutes, it's already going to the person who bid the last time. 20 minutes of time. The time window is closing, so make sure you make your bids before this is over. Yes, Tone?
I got a question on that. How do people bid on these NFTs? Like, what do they use?
MetaMask, for example, I mean, they can use all different wallets. If you use the Google Chrome browser, I'm using MetaMask. I'm not an expert if anyone knows anything else. I'm using MetaMask, and if you have funded that, for example, with Ethereum or whatever, you can bid on that and sign transactions on the Ethereum blockchain through MetaMask on the Chrome browser. It's pretty easy once you did it one time.
So let me, like, I mean, I've never used any of that stuff because, you know, I'm a Bitcoiner.
Because you're a Bitcoiner.
Question. So if someone bids on this thing and then they get outbid, like, do they lose transaction fees? Do they get to retain their bid? Like, for example, like in an auction, if I raise my hand to bid, let's say $1,000, and someone else bids $1,100, I still get to keep my $1,000. It didn't cost me anything. So are people actually losing, like, money? Or not losing, but are people donating to charity and not having the ability to win anything because someone else outbid them? Like, how does that work?
No. So only the highest bid wins. The highest bid wins. So, for example, you bid like, I don't know, $4,000 on the MMCrypto Lambo NFT. Now it's $4,025. The $4,000, it's like it's not a bid. How it's with the transaction fees, this I don't know. Maybe someone else knows, but it's the highest bid wins. The highest bid is the person who gets
right, because
so as I know,
think,
just to throw it in, as I know, since you're signing a smart contract that is, in the case that you're not winning, refunding you the bid amount, you will definitely lose those $6, as I know. But I could be wrong. Maybe they have other system.
You get
with
a most refund of the transaction fee if your transaction doesn't process. It's similar to when you purchase
most of it.
Anything on OpenSea. If you don't win the bid on OpenSea, it just refunds you basically all of the money plus most of your transaction fee. You don't pay a full transaction fee because it bounces back. So you pay like whatever it is to start up. It's very low. It's like maybe between like $3 and $5. It's very low.
Yeah, $6-7 exactly.
Bitcoin is looking nice on the 5 minute. It is looking.
I mean, we have a small W on the 15 minute,
Yeah.
definitely, and also I think a small bull flag on the 15 minute that is also slightly visible on the 1 hour. We are about to retest the descending resistance again, but yeah, we
Someone
will see.
share the screen. Come on, someone share the screen.
Hey! People are asking for 4 flies to say something. So go ahead and share the screen, man.
Yes, share the screen.
4 flies.
Let's go. Some short term or long term, whatever you want.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, working.
Perfect. Here we go. So, Mo brought up a chart with a very beautiful big red line that looks something a little bit like this, and Jordan. I'm sorry, that Martini guy and I were talking about this earlier today on Twitter. I forgot exactly what our conversation was. If you can just jog my memory with it.
Oh, now you're asking. We were talking. we were talking about basically market cycle for Bitcoin. You're asking it right time.
So that's thank you. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed. So it's if Bitcoin were to get rejected from the line, that might look something a little bit like this. Let me just zoom out and take a clearer chart real quick. That would imply that Bitcoin is about to enter a massive bear cycle that could last months potentially. And the conversation, Jordan, I'm so sorry, that Martini guy and I both had on Twitter was that if the market was actually getting ready to dump massively, we would be seeing complete euphoria. We would be seeing massive drops followed by even bigger, or not nearly as big, but by subsequent massive dead cat bounces. And that would be indicative of potentially entering a multi-month bear market. But I don't think that we're there yet. And, it's very hard to say this in an unbiased way, because obviously almost all of us on this live stream, watching and all that, we all own Bitcoin. But it's clear when there is extreme euphoria or not, because you start to get very wild, crazy spikes happening on the chart, and we're just not there. I mean, what we saw with Mo's chart, what Tone has been pointing out, and everyone's talking about this, is the kind of support that we're getting with this big support line, the resistance coming in for a beautiful ascending triangle. This is very much indicative of the price just kind of coiling up before it takes a massive explosion either to the upside or the downside. And then you have to ask yourself, which trend are you on? Which trend are you in? You know, that's
it's not bearish, is it? The market's just not bearish. Well, why would a bear market kick in right now when you've got more money flowing in than ever and everything is just gathering momentum? And there's more momentum than we've ever gathered before at this point in time, which is why it's just not possible to be bearish. How can
what fundamental event?
If you look
That's what they said in December 2017. It's impossible to be bearish. How can you be bearish? This is like such a big red flag.
Exactly,
man.
I know.
You're jinxing it.
Well, NFT. Hang on. Go on, Sammy. I've got a point afterwards.
Sure, yeah. The big difference between 2017 and now is that we're not seeing that extreme, you know, I mean, if we actually look at the chart in 2017, it was, you know, it was way crazier than this in terms of the swings down and things like that. We're not getting that. We're consolidating right now. And, you know, if we're getting this kind of, you know, a consolidation isn't usually what ends a bull market. You know, it usually is what continues the bull market. And if you look a little bit, you know, deeper onto the 1 hour time frame, we're also just getting small little rejections here. And, you know, one of the points I made in a recent video is this could be market suppression, but it could equally just be, you know, people wanting to take profit. As soon as the supply at this level in the market is exhausted, as soon as enough people feel like they've taken enough profits on Bitcoin, supply in the market's going to drop way down, but demand's still going to be up here. And I mean, you know, I'm expecting the supply to drop basically to zero as soon as we pass $60,000 because it's a big psychological number. And if we do pass 60,000, I mean, you know, we're looking at a massive lightsaber candle, you know, as far as I'm concerned. It's just as exactly as that Martini guy said, we've just got the perfect market set up for continued upside. You know, I mean, it's markets do not coil and then end bull markets. They will end bull markets with a massive, massive rocket ship. And we just haven't had that at the moment.
Yeah, and also,
really. Yeah, exactly, because you just mentioned the red line. Also, in history, we only touched it once. We never touched it again. We touched it once, and then we had this big rejection, and now we're testing it for the third time with this weekly candle. So, yeah, as you said, we're probably coiling up. I still want to be. We saw wicks, right? We saw in the last bull market wicks down to the weekly EMA ribbons. We haven't seen this yet. So I could imagine a scenario where we see like a very quick wick on the weekly chart down to the EMA ribbons exactly as at this point to fool everyone and then to recover very quickly and to break this red resistance line. This is maybe the worst case I see at this. I mean, the worst case is always that the bull market ends here, right? But the more realistic worst case, what I can imagine is that we maybe see a very.
Hey guys, I'm sorry.
But yeah.
Can I just interrupt because I'm looking at the live chat, and like when people are showing charts, but Chris is scrolling through like the donation addresses, people don't see the charts and they're getting very upset.
But I'm not sure.
But yeah, on the note of what you said, Mo, you know, getting a little wick down to the EMA ribbon on the weekly, you know, things like this I think are almost quite unpredictable. You can use indicators to tell you when you need to drop down, but it's just part of good risk management being insulated from a big drop like this, because this is going to liquidate everybody trading the market right now, unless they're on like 2 times leverage. And there's no real way you can see that coming. I mean, you're going to get screwed on moves like that if we move down, and we certainly will during this bull market at some point if we get a massive crash like that. You know, and the only way you can protect yourself from that is by trading safely. There's no easy way around that, unfortunately.
I think
exactly in those coil up, in such coil up phases, I would be, and I've been telling this since 2 days, that I'm very careful. I mean, I still have my long positions open since they have a little bit of a lower entry price. But other than that, I'm very careful with opening like big new long positions. I'm very, very careful. I would personally only do that if we break the all-time high with significant volume and also maybe close a weekly candle like a good amount above the last ones before I would start being very, very in a kind of a guaranteed bullish again and start opening very big longs and stuff like that. Till then, I will be a little bit holding back.
What do you guys, for flights, what do you, maybe if you pull up the weekly again and open the EMA ribbon, what do you guys think? When are we finally going to hit that magical 21-week EMA? I mean, in 2017, it looked so healthy. We were always going down, washing out weekends. bouncing from this. It's the upper EMA of this EMA ribbon. Look at this. We had like 7 touch points every single time. It was so nice. We washed out the weekends and we were ready to go higher. And for example, in 2019, when we had this massive run to 14,000, not as much back as by fundamentals as this run right now, but we were just not going down. It was a little bit unhealthy, and the first retest immediately failed and we went lower. So I would say we need these retests, just as we got it here at the time Michael Saylor bought in, I don't know, September, October 2020, when we dipped on it the last time. And now, like, since, I don't know, 5-6 months, we didn't have a dip down. Do you think we are going to dip down? That would be equivalent with a 44,000 US dollars for Bitcoin. Or do you think that this coil up phase among the all-time high, which is usually something bullish, is going to go higher and we are going to see that dip maybe in the end of the bull market?
I can take it. I can take the question.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go.
So let me take over the screen share and I'll just pull up my chart.
Yeah, 456. I think yeah, perfect.
All right. So I'll talk about that in a minute. But so I'm looking at the weekly chart on earlier today when I did my video. I'm looking at this ascending triangle and I'm looking for a huge breakout. The longer this consolidation has taken place, the bigger my expected breakout is. So at first I was expecting a blow off top at 45,000 and then a big pullback, but we didn't make it all the way up there. And the way we made it there and we consolidated, I raised my target to 55. After we didn't make 55 and we topped at 42, I then said, you know what? Now we're going to go higher past 55. Now we're at 58. My target has been mid 60s. Then I raised it to low 70s. And now I'm thinking higher. This consolidation has a huge percentage chance of breaking out to the upside. Yes, I agree that a pullback to that, moving average is good. But we need a blow off top to get there. And if the blow off top doesn't take us all the way down and it consolidates at the top, get ready for another move to the upside. So if we get this huge pop off this triangle up into I used to think it was low 70s. Now I'm leaning towards high 70s, low 80s. And after that, if we get that blow off top, we then fall 30 to 40%. And then we're going to hit all of those moving averages for the reset of the first bump. On a daily chart, even I underestimated my own freaking indicator, and I didn't think we would get this big of a fall, but we did. It's not even that big of a fall. It's like $2,000, and we've already erased it. And now I'm once again very bullish, and I'm waiting for this breakout. These are my MRI tops. I know your audience are not familiar with this indicator. It's not normal. It's just my own thing. And I am pretty bullish here on the daily time frame. I'll be very bullish on a daily time frame tomorrow. Once we break today's candle's high, I'll be very bullish on a daily and a weekly. And I think once this blow off top happens, then we go down 30 or 40%. So if I put one of these in from this area, even a 50% drop is not that big, because that only takes us down to 40, and that's actually realistic. Like even
below the 21-week EMA.
Yeah, may I ask just why you're expecting this drop at this, or is this like an estimation of just the realistic pump that happens with Bitcoin, like this 36-40%, or is there like some resistance you have there, or is that this is just more or less? Or do you have any?
I have no resistance there. I mean, once we're going to a new all-time high, the only indicator I have to measure, there's only two things that I can use to identify where a new all-time high is ready to, have a serious pullback. One of them is the Fibonacci extension, and I'm not sure where the Fibonacci extension is because I don't have them drawn on the chart. And the other one is, my MRI indicator, which lets me identify, when a new all-time high is at its high. So for example, on a daily chart, I saw this area here, this candle as a potential top, but I didn't see it as a huge top. I actually, this actually pulled back more than even I expected, mostly because this top is too close to this one. Something like this top, I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger. Again, these arrows don't show up randomly, they show up in real time. And so these are my ways of identifying a new all-time high when it hits these areas. So this was a new all-time high at the time when it hit 40,000 for the first time. But based on the current environment, I'm not anticipating these to be these giant 40-50% corrections. But the next one, if it takes place in the $80,000 range in the near future of the next few months, I would consider that to be a blow off top for a 30 to 40% correction, because like Chris said earlier, we haven't had one in so long that we're due. And while some people think that we're due for it right now, in my experience, consolidations at all-time high almost never lead to significant downside. Like, it literally almost never. I'm 100% in on Bitcoin right now. I am that confident that we're going to go up. But the upside is limited in terms of both time and price. But if we only go up a few $1,000s, if we only go up to 60, and then we consolidate again, everything just moves forward for another big top. I'm waiting for this one more blow off top, something like a $20,000 move in a span of weeks. And that is my cue to get out.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting one. I love your ascending triangle here. Of course, it breaks much more often towards the upside than towards the downside. What I find to be interesting here on your chart, the confluence with the chart Mo was showing in the beginning, because one thing you have in common, Mo has this long 11-year trend line and the ascending support on the weekly. And you also have ascending support on the weekly and the horizontal resistance of the ascending triangle. The thing you have in common is that it is decision time, and that this decision time is this week. Bitcoin has to decide whether to go higher or lower. Of course, here technically, statistically, the chance much higher to break towards the upside, but it has to happen from the charts within the next 6 days. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I think this is the interesting thing. We are in decision time, and this 2-month consolidation, which is the longest consolidation we've seen since ages, is going to come to an end within the next 6 days. And well, if I have to decide, I would also say it's gonna go to the upside. That Martini guy you are mentioning, I should share the link. I should talk about, you are right. I should talk about the donation part quickly.
Can I add one last thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just one last thing. So we can all agree on that. Most of us, or we all expect a higher probability of this breaking to the upside, having a final insane pump before we see a big blow off top that corrects down to the weekly EMA ribbons. We see a few months of correction time before we then see a new cycle. Is that what everybody is expecting in a kind of way, or is anybody disagreeing with this statement? Just before we go back to the donations.
But I could even imagine one FU move, like maybe even below the support, to wash out the people, because if we are breaking out towards the upside, it would just take too many people in the boat with them. So I could imagine like a stop hunt to the downside and then a massive pump to the upside. But it's very speculative.
I have something different to say. I have something different to say here to add. Yes, all of this makes sense. However, right, keep in mind our analysis is based on the reality that, hey, you know what, the Federal Reserve is only going to increase our money supply by 2 to 3% each year, and everything's going to be fine. You know, we have normal markets here, and we don't. We, just like Michael Saylor has said, Godzilla has come onto the playground and destroyed the whole playground, and you're analyzing whether or not these little kids are going to be able to play basketball. It doesn't make any sense. We've completely changed the game here. Completely.
Are you by any chance a Bitcoin bull?
Yes, I am. So
Yeah.
So we could see Bitcoin not even bother touching the averages.
No, I agree with that, DaVinci. But like, for example, like everything I just said, I mean, it indirectly has to do with the Fed. But I've been on the road. I've left, the U.S. like 3 or 4 months ago, and I don't watch TV. Like, I have no idea how much the Fed is printing. I have no idea if I got an IRS check. I have no clue. I'm looking at the price chart. I have no idea what the Fed is doing, and I don't care. I'm looking at the technical analysis. I'm looking at the chart patterns, and they're telling me that the price is ready to pop to the upside, irrelevant of what fundamental analysis is.
You're right, but please open your IRS checks, man. Please open.
So anyway, hey,
put it into
before I cut off screen share, I want to plug something because I'm sitting here. I'm in Turkey. I'm with a friend of mine, Artun Bakar, and he wrote a children's book. And anyone that buys this book, the money goes directly to charity to help fight leukemia. He's sitting right next to me, so I'll let him say a few words since this is, an event for charity.
Exactly.
Well, thanks, Sean, and it's great what you guys are doing. And I wrote this book to educate kids on environment and emotions. And donations are good, but I think we need to come to a point where we don't need to raise donations anymore. So we need to educate the kids now. So when they grow up in an environment where there are no need for donations. There are no need for, where the disease are fixed and treated quicker than now, and when everybody has access to basic human needs, and all the income from this book goes to kids with leukemia because they are the most vulnerable, and the ones that you guys are donating now is also very vulnerable, and those kids need to be helped, but most importantly, they need to be educated. And they need to cover our mistakes and make sure what we did wrongly, they correct it in the future. So thank you very much. What you guys are doing is great. It's excellent, and I'm very proud of it. And thanks for sharing my book as well. And anybody who purchases it, thank you as well.
Yeah, and you watch some of these guys all the time.
Yeah, I love. Like, no offense to others, but I love MMCrypto and DaVinci, and especially MMCrypto. Like, man, the energy you have, I don't know how you get it, where you get it, what you eat, what you feed.
Water.
Yeah,
and lemon.
It's great.
Water and lemon. CatchingEmotions.com, guys, check it out. CatchingEmotions.com, 100% going to charity here. Beautiful thing. Thanks, man. You are amazing.
Nice.
Also, let me quickly go over to something very important. Mo, maybe we can talk on that specific part here together.
Yes.
I wanted to remind the people because as I'm saying, the clock is ticking actually, and these NFTs down below, 100% going to charity, and people are still donating. But some of the bits you can see here, $4,250. Some of them are already old. So if you are not bidding soon, it is going to the person who purchased time. And some of them you can get also still cheaper. They are going up. But if you're waiting for too long, then they will be going away for too low, and this person can probably sell it on the marketplace for higher. So you might as well go down and take advantage of that right now. Some of them you can still get for pretty cheap, so make sure you check that out. There is even this beautiful one from Rene Turrek already. People are bidding on it, so make sure you check it out, and you don't let 20 minutes pass, because then the chance is over, and this NFT, which exists one time in the whole universe, is going to someone else, and you are not going to get it anymore. He might put it onto the marketplace at 10 times the price or so. So this is actually the chance right now, 100% charity. And Mo, I think now it's your turn. Also, we have here these donation addresses, almost $100,000.
Wow.
But don't forget,
already.
We all, in a kind of way, we have the USD Tether on this Ethereum address as well. So with the USD Tether, we already reached $100,000 on the Ethereum address alone in donations, which is very, very amazing. Thank you to everyone who donated so far. And as well, for everybody that is new, you find those addresses to donate in the description. We would be more than happy if you would join all the other people that already donated. And DaVinci, it looks like you already have to donate $50,000
Yes,
because
definitely.
the $50,000 are definitely reached with this very amazing. Thank you again for matching
problem.
the first $50,000.
Let me consolidate. Let me consolidate, man. We have more than 70,000 on the Bitcoin address. We have 106,000 on the 107,000 on the Ethereum address. This is 178,000 US dollars or so. Then we have like, I don't know, 15,000 there. So we have almost 200,000 already plus DaVinci's 50, more like $250,000 US dollars. We already raised for charity here. And this is, of course, like round of applause to you guys. That's amazing. Yes. I mean, we have here one person who donated from his Binance wallet 5 Ethereum. That's 10,000 US dollars. Someone is donating here semi-anonymously, not getting even the clout he deserves, man. Big shout out to you, whoever you are. The address starting with 0x. Oh no, that's a Binance one.
Binance.
Anyway, man, big shout out to you, whoever you are. I truly love you. I love everyone watching, but especially you, man. This is great.
Have a look at the Tether transaction. How much was the Tether transaction? How much was the Tether transaction for?
Tether transaction.
I think I took a look a little bit earlier. It was mostly smaller transactions, as I remember. But other than that, thank you very much. And even if you don't donate, if you maybe don't have this spare buck, I mean, most people have, but I can fully understand if people just say, hey, I have $100.
$10,000 of USDT.
Oh, there's a $10,000 Tether transaction.
Yeah, that was me. That was me, guys.
Who was it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was me.
CryptoJack.
Oh,
yes.
CryptoJack.
Nice, CryptoJack.
Very
wow.
Nice.
Thank you very much,
CryptoJack, also for supporting.
No
problem.
Now we have to donate more as well.
On YouTube. Type in CryptoJack on YouTube and you will find his channel. Amazing channel over there. Nice. He just donated silently without even mentioning it.
I mean, we had to pull
him out here to finally tell us where this is coming from. 10,000 US dollars. Thanks, CryptoJack.
Very nice.
No problem.
Thank you again for everybody donating. That's very, very amazing. One quick question. Do we want to continue to talk a little bit out of charity, or otherwise I would want to throw one small chart thing in. And what do you guys think of just putting the fractal of the first, not really the first, we had one earlier, right? But in the 2013 bull market where we exactly had a similar scenario, we just extended from the weekly EMA ribbons. We never retested them till we had this insane 60% blow off top. If we lay this fractal over the price action right now, it would perfectly fit. Do you guys think this is anything we should take a look? I can also real quick share my chart just so you see what I'm saying real quick, and then you can say, is it relevant or no? Because it fits so nicely against the support and the resistance line. Just
well, give us a look and we'll have a see. Well, I like all charts that go up, so yeah, I like that one.
Very nice, right? No, I'm just joking. But what do you think? Because it's exactly this price move right from here. It's this price movement, and I think it just fits so nicely to with this support and this resistance. But and also if we extend, the weekly moving averages, right? Just like small idea.
I do wonder if we'll even have a Bitcoin bear market, because my concern is with NFTs and the amount of people accumulating a lot of Ethereum off the back of it and just dumping Ethereum onto the market, crushing the price of Ethereum, and at the same time Bitcoin will just continue on its adoption schedule. That's what I'm thinking with the market at the moment, because there's a lot of people accruing a lot of Ethereum and just dumping it all in one go. And that's why in my opinion, what you're seeing is these, like, Ethereum has been struggling, hasn't it, against the rest of the market. And my theory is that you've got a lot of people raising a lot of money and they don't want to hold any of it in cryptocurrency. All of these celebrities and influencers are selling a lot of these NFTs for hundreds of thousands. That is where I see the bubble. I don't actually think that Bitcoin is bubbling this time. I think that we just kind of tail off into oblivion and just continue on forever.
That's an interesting opinion. Does anybody have some stuff to say about that? I haven't heard that opinion that many times yet, that people say we won't really have a bear market. That's an interesting opinion to be honest.
I think this is something which will never change. We will always have bear markets. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong all the time, right? But let me just throw that out. I think we will always have bear markets, because the law of nature is not everyone can profit, and eventually at one point of time everyone will have joined Bitcoin, and at least like the last people joining have to get punished, unfortunately. But guys, what do you think of about that? I think this is never gonna change, like that we have these cycles, because we have psychology involved in markets, right? When there are emotions and psychology, we need winners and losers. What do you think?
I think
Yeah,
with the charge,
I would love to share one chart and would love to have your opinion on this chart.
Go for it.
You all have these beautiful short-term charts, and I love these short-term charts. I just want to share this one. I want to have your opinion, because for me, this is a year chart. So every candle is a year. So we can see that we always have 3 bullish years, then 1 bearish, 3 bullish, 1 bearish, 3 bullish. The 3rd bullish year is always the biggest candle. So if we would reach the top, like Mo is saying, then this candle would not be as big as the candle in 2017 or the candle in 2013. So what do you think about this chart? Are we going to create another 3rd huge candle, or are we going to stay?
Just to throw him, I'm still more bullish than bearish. It's similar to the 3-month chart I showed, where we also would expect one more big 3-month bullish candle. But what is interesting about this, that we almost didn't really, at the end of each yearly candle, what I see right now is that we didn't really have a sell-off till each time at the end of the year, right? What I would be expecting is that we would have like this big yearly doji then in this case. But yeah, just put your opinion on this chart. It looks very interesting. Have never looked at the yearly chart, to be honest.
Never seen a yearly chart.
I did, but I like this. I like this one. Let me just 1 minute. I wanted to say, you are right. The 3rd one is always the biggest, and especially here in the first cycle, the 3rd one is like 30 times bigger than the 2nd one. In the 2nd one, it's 10 times bigger. So if this one were to be only 3 times bigger, then we need a 900% increase. But that measuring from a $30,000 starting price, that's an 8x, so that would be at least a 240,000 with all other factors given, without the monetary policy, without the money printing. That would already put Bitcoin at 240,000 if we just were to have these same increases, even factoring in diminishing returns to scale.
Yeah, that's very exciting, and it's for that exact reason that I think we'll still get bear markets, because if you ever get people buying with excitement, there will always be at least a small subset of them that will also panic sell, because they're buying with emotions. They will sell with emotions as well.
Do you think that people are actually doing that with Bitcoin though? Because I don't see that with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has lost its appeal to the retail investor, and that's what I'm seeing. Is my audience is wholly looking at altcoins, and they're interested in trading the value of Bitcoin. They're not really interested they're interested in holding their wealth in Bitcoin. They're not really interested in trading Bitcoin on a large scale like they used to be when Bitcoin was cheaper.
I think a very
but is the retailers controlling the market at this point of time?
No, institutions are driving.
Yeah, that's why I don't really think we have seen this retail run yet. Really, I mean, we because we are like in this crypto bubble, right? We are just surrounded by crypto people. Our viewers are crypto people. So I think for me, it was always very, very hard to tell. Is like the retail now in the market, or is it not in the market because everybody I'm surrounded with is in crypto? So I think you get very fast that feeling that everybody, the retailers are in crypto. But I think at this point, this was mostly an institutional run so far, to be honest. But you share your opinion, guys. There was somebody else trying to talk. Sorry, I just...
A very easy way to answer that is just to look at sign-ups on a website like Coinbase. And if they're at all-time highs every week, then yeah, retail's in. And of course, they're not the ones driving the market, but...
They're buying altcoins.
Is there a chart or some statistics on that?
No, I mean, how do they get in? And the other thing is, big smart guys with a lot of money, they're not going to buy a breakout they might buy the breakout, but they're not going to buy at 65k if Bitcoin's destined to go to 80k in one leg. There's just not much supply in the market. So there's not actually that much buying volume happening at every breakout either. It's just that no one wants to sell. And that's what takes the price so high. So as soon as...
We see that with the miners. Have you seen that chart with the miners that have actually stopped selling completely, and now the actual holdings of Bitcoin miners is starting to increase?
Yeah, it's
but
not
we had this
surprising,
big selling, right, of F2 at 34.
Yeah,
it's not surprising because that's what takes the price so high. It's just that no one wants to sell. But as soon as that selling pressure comes in, because I don't know, China flood or something, there's a million reasons it can come up. As soon as it comes up, the people who bought out of a fear of missing out, they'll be the first ones to sell.
I hate how fast this industry goes down. Every time it starts going down, it goes down 20% in a day.
Well, that's
it's really annoying.
Functional buyers. If there's, I mean, they're buying and they don't know what they're buying. The clearest example is something like XRP, but it's the same psychological reason someone will buy Bitcoin as well when they see it at an all-time high.
Still holding my XRP.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of my friends who never bought from $1 all the way up to now, right, have called me up asking me about Dogecoin. I'm like, I had to beg them off of the cliff. Please, don't go all in on Dogecoin, right? And because they don't want to put money into an asset where, okay, wait a second, I need $60,000 just to get one, because there's something called what's it called? Unit bias, right? You want to have more than one of something. You don't go into this grocery store and buy one apple, right? You buy buy just a quarter of an apple, or 1/10 of an apple, or or a micro fraction of an apple. You want the whole apple, right? And so that's the problem, right? And so that's what people are. That's why you see if I bring up a chart right now of the Bitcoin dominance, it's going to fall through the floor. Right, because retail is going there. In fact, all my friends that are finally in are now in alts. They're not anywhere near Bitcoin.
I'm in a lot of alts. I do genuinely think that retail goes to alts and institutions will stick with Bitcoin and play around with that for a bit, and we'll probably just start generally. Go on.
Yeah, people who are aiming for wealth creation, they will, people who want to turn like $1,000 into $1 million, they will look to take on more risk. But, when you've got someone who's entering the market with $100 million, they're just aiming for 10, 20% hedge against the dollar, whatever. They're not aiming for, buying Cardano at, 10 cents and running it up to $1. That's not, there's a much safer way to get that same gain. I think a lot of bigger players would anticipate a 10x gain on Bitcoin. So why would you gamble on an altcoin? It's only the smaller guys that really have those big visions. Maybe they haven't discovered leverage trading yet, things like that. They'll go for the big altcoin lottery tickets.
I like those the best.
Huge US dollar tether transaction coming in, man. Like, we have on US dollar tether now $60,000 already. Who was
what?
That? What the heck
What?
is going on? Let me check that. What?
No.
$50,000?
Yeah.
Was that you, DaVinci, already?
No. I was gonna do it on my phone, but I only have $20,000 walking around money.
Who was just donating 1 minute ago 50,000 US dollar tether?
I have something to confess.
Let's see.
He's a very rich person that's done that. Is it Kyle?
It's Carl. I did it.
You did it.
Very nice.
Very nice. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Now we crossed
very nice.
300K already. Carl, I truly appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Very
no worries.
nice.
Let's build these schools.
Exactly.
Oh, the guys on my channel, they are really applauding for you, and they're also saying they love the image in your window of this beautiful woman walking around.
Wait.
They were like, "What? Do you see that in the window reflection?"
Yes.
I'll just turn the camera. Turn the camera.
That's true. That's smart.
Amazing, Carl. Thank you very much, man. So we have on the Ethereum address already more than $150,000. We have like what is it, like 70 something thousand there? So it's like
50. Yeah, we had at 300K almost.
Yeah.
I want to see more people donate.
Then we have the rarible things. We are above 300K now.
We are above $300,000 in donations. Wow. Thank you very much to everyone, especially also for sure to Carl, for DaVinci, also to Jack. I'm not sure if he's still here or even watching. Thank you for all the people in this group chat right now that donated massive amounts as well. I think it very inspires people to donate as well. So thank you for helping out with that. And like I said, everybody that is watching right now, go to the description, find the addresses. If you have made some nice profits, and I assume everybody that is in this market for a longer time has made some, no matter if it's $10, even if it's $5, whatever amount you want to donate, please feel free to do it. It will every dollar will make a change for the causes that we support. So thank you very much for the support from all of you.
Hey, thank you for having me on the stream. I do have to get going. It's been You're having a great time. I can comment real quick on that yearly chart, but other than that, the live chat really requests Mende to say a few words because you haven't said anything for a while. But just one quick word on that chart that I think Didi, you had up before. I mean, I remember it in my head. I am expecting this year to be a bigger candle than last year. And you're right, the fourth year always tends to be a red candle. And we could have a red candle next year, but I think that next year's candle is going to be a little more like the shooting star candle. I think this bull market is going to bleed into next year. And then next year, we're going to take a more serious fall. And while next year's fall could still be a greenish candle or barely red, I think it will actually have one of those wicks. So I am expecting this year's candle to be bigger in magnitude than last year. And you can see last year we made 300%. This year we were only up 100%. So that's why I am looking for this year to end the year over 100,000. So even if we top around 80, pull back to 50, we're back above 80 by end of year. And then next year, maybe hit 150, 200, drop back, and then drop back down to 100. So if next year we go to 200 and drop to 90, it can be a red candle with a wick. And then we have another bull market after that.
Thanks for commenting, Tone.
Yes. Thanks, Tone. Enjoy your day. Good luck. Best of luck to your friend, of course, with his book.
Exactly.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, have a great day or like a great night.
Great evening. Yes, have a very great evening. Thanks for joining.
Tone.
Now it's Mendy's turn. Mendy, talk.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
And, I'm gonna go ahead and make a donation to the obviously to what address it'll to which currency it'll take place to, and I'm gonna do that once I get off the stream.
Will it be in Ethereum?
Yes.
Take care, guys.
Later, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes,
Thanks everyone
guys.
so far for joining today. That was a great live stream already.
Yeah, it was a very, very great live stream. And it doesn't get boring. We first planned to do maybe like an hour, maybe 2 hours, and now I'm 2 hours in. And because of the donations just get higher and higher, I'm just motivated to keep going. I'm not sure how you guys feel, but Mende, now it's your turn to speak.
I feel very good also, guys, and it's really amazing. I can't talk so much about Bitcoin and trade analysis like you do, but I always love to listen, and those 2 hours feel actually like 15 minutes. So guys, I would like to actually show you 2 of those charities where a part of the money is actually going. So one of them is actually the water project. So the water project is a project which helps people to drink water, and they are helping like primarily in Africa, building communities. So there are a lot of campaigns here happening. They're showing exactly the communities here, like this Muriola primary school. They still have $6,000 needed and some other amounts. So I believe that from the total amount raised, Chris and the other guys here, they will probably distribute a part to this. And the nice thing about this charities, they also, I mean, they are all genuine, legit charity organizations. So for example, in this water project, they also have a map here where they actually show the type of projects where they actually helped. So there's really a lot of stuff happening in Africa, and then you can actually verify it. So those people, they're really getting help. You see here's some girls' school, and water, it's like the biggest asset actually before Bitcoin, which is needed for life, because without water there's no life, and water is life, and in Africa is a huge problem. So for example, look how many places and communities they helped here, like the entire sector they probably can drink. And remember guys, in Africa for example, like the people, they don't have cars. They don't even have proper roads. So usually it's like this, that the woman and the families, they have to walk like 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer with some canisters, with some dirty.
I'd like a hamburger.
Like
if
pick up the dirty water, go back. It's very dangerous.
Yes.
Like a lot of
French
stuff
fries?
can happen. So now since
They have in that region, man. Do they have issues with cholera?
Yes, please.
I remember that's one of the reasons.
Can I also get
most, all the kind of places that don't have
Heineken
water,
and
cholera
also
is the issue that all standing
Pepsi
water
as well.
is dangerous to drink, and so they are literally in need of people to implement these wells.
No, that's
it's a huge problem. Yeah, they have problems. The water is not even clean, but that's why they put different type of devices. In some areas they put like a well, in other one they put maybe some kind of container, and it has some system inside with some bacteria where the dirty water comes in and the clean water comes out. It's really nice. I really like this water project. My favorite water charity is actually Charity Water. I will put it the next time, but this one, it's nice. And then also I like to show you guys this beautiful charity here. This is the Make-A-Wish organization. So basically what's happening in this one is,
I'm starving.
Hope is essential for children
Damn,
with
I forgot
critical
you guys could hear
illnesses,
me.
and you can unlock its life-changing power today. Help make wishes come true. So what's happening is, people, they can refer childs, like if somebody is their father or their doctor or something, and once they refer the child, for example, who is eligible, children must meet the criteria. Like if somebody, who has a crazy illness or a big problem, and so what happens if those kids are chosen? Maybe they will be invited to.
Oh, sorry
maybe they
about
will
that.
be invited
I was so
to the Disneyland or some of those.
I've seen quite a few of these Make-A-Wish children. They get to meet celebrities and stuff, don't they?
Like,
for
example,
the last wish, right? It's like the last wish in a kind of way, but it's not always the last wish. I hope, at least for most of the children, it won't be. But it's exactly to bring hope to them in their most desperate time, to bring them happiness, because we all know that being, for example, like very sad or depressed can also very badly affect your in general your health. You're not only your mental health. Your mental health affects the health of your complete body. So it's exactly for this reason, to bring those children back to laughing and everything like that. So that's an amazing thing. I think as well. We only really selected charities that I can, or that we all can fully support, I think.
Absolutely. And
children, we have water, especially this one, just as you said, man, the unconscious mind is the body, then we have the subconscious mind, the conscious mind. It's all interconnected. So by fulfilling these last wishes for children, hopefully not last wishes, as you already said, you can improve already their state of mind, and the state of mind directly impacts also the state of their body. So you are not only severely making these people, these children more happy, you are increasing their chances of survival as well. And man, as you said beautifully, man, this water project, you just showed it. Some of these sub-projects of the water projects, $500 left, $6,000 left. We already collected like more than
a lot of money.
We can make so many of these things happen already, and that's a beautiful thing.
I mean, Chris, we can both agree that already both of our schools, I think, and Didi, you can say if I'm mistaken here, but I think they're completely funded already now, right?
Yes, they are funded.
The schools are completely funded. If you want, I can show you an update of the first school already, that you can see how much they already are building.
Yes, that would be amazing.
I have to go to bed, guys. So I'm gonna have to say bye.
Yes, okay.
And thanks for your donation, man.
Yes.
No worries,
Thank you, Carl. Legendary.
Build the schools.
I will go to bed as well with this woman.
Yeah. Yeah, big shout out to Chris and Mo. I think a great job on organizing this. I remember.
Thank you.
I think Mo, like 6 months ago or something, I heard you talk about this charity live stream. I think something like this, and then I think it was a lot of talking, and then I think you and Chris have been organizing this. Very nice. So
finally happened.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. I'm very excited for that, and I think we can do it again in the future. I'm down.
100%.
I'm going very up early tomorrow to the gym, so I have to go to bed, guys. But have a great live stream, and see you in the next one, maybe.
Yes, thank you so much, Carl, again for the donation. Very, very amazing. Thanks also for your opinions on this, and have a very, very good night's sleep.
Good night, man.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Carl. So just the last word to this Make-A-Wish charity here. So basically, in the USA, every 34 minutes, a wish gets granted for one of those kids. And it all started back in the day with this Christopher Gracious. He was like 7-year-old fighting leukemia. And then he wanted to become like a police officer. This was his wish. And because of him, the inspiration came to make this Make-A-Wish Foundation or charity or whatever exactly this is. And because of that, millions of kids got wishes granted. Maybe they became stronger, maybe they had a happy experience, and probably they fighted their problem more better, or at least they were happy. And this is just beautiful. All right, so let me see another one where I can talk in the next roundabout.
Remember, everyone,
before we move on, someone in the comments is asking.
Back.
Just quickly, remember, everyone, we have no maximum. So the schools are funded, but so every single one of your donation, a part of that is going to the schools, and we are even distributing the rest also, of course, towards these other highly selected things. So even if we are collecting 1 million, we are at 1/3 of 1 million already, then still every single thing is going to these highly selected, very well selected charities. So there is no maximum for sure.
Also, I want to show again, and Chris, everybody that is live right now, maybe you can just show in your live stream right now. Matthias, you're still also sharing your screen.
We're $800 away from crossing into 100,000 on the
exactly. I just want that everybody that is live right now, it would be amazing to just go down into your description below the live stream to just show the people again exactly where they can find the addresses, guys. If you see the live stream, you just scroll down, go to the description, you find the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, the USD Tether address. To all those addresses, you can donate any amount of Bitcoin, any amount of Ethereum, and any amount of USD Tether. And also below that, you find the check the Bitcoin balance and check the Ethereum USDT balance. If you look at those addresses, you exactly see how much was donated in total. So we just make sure that this is completely visible on chain. So everybody sees if we remove the smallest bit of money, exactly at the moment we remove it, Chris and I will instantly bring receipts to you on Twitter, on Telegram, in our videos, maybe in another live stream. We instantly show receipts that everybody knows, okay, this exact amount that was withdrawn from this wallet went to charity A, to charity B, to the TULUM school, and so on and so on. So if you want to donate, I just want to remind everybody, you find the addresses right there in the description, and you also find how much was donated in total. And right below that even, you find our NFTs. And Chris, I think you already showed them so many times. Maybe you can share your screen and show them again.
Yeah.
That would be very amazing, and also explain again what those charities, what those NFTs are about, and how this will be contributing to the charity.
Exactly. I think everyone streaming here in the specific descriptions, you have the Bitcoin addresses, the Ethereum, the US dollar Tether one, and on top of that, of course, you can take part here of buying these beautiful NFTs, which are existing only one specific time. If you buy it, you are the owner, the verifiable owner of the specific NFT on the Ethereum blockchain. I think my NFT already got sold probably because the bid is still $4,250. So congratulations to whoever bought that. I think after 20 minutes, if you try to make a bid, maybe it's still possible. If not, congratulations to the buyer. And maybe you're going to sell it for more later on, who knows. Try your luck with one of these other NFTs if they are still for sale here. The DaVinci one already crazy, more than $3,000 for that one, or like approximately nearly $3,000 for that one already. Then of course, most one also in the 4 digits already. Also Carl's one, people are bidding on that already, also in the 4 digits. And then basically on every single one of them already bid. This is actually a hidden gem one. If you can still bid on that one, the Bitcoin Lambo by Rene Turrek, this guy was doing like, he was in TV, he was doing very famous, what was it, Mo? Like in one of the movies, he was painting something. What was it again?
He painted the Transformers truck, the Optimus Prime. truck
So
for
he
the
painted
movie.
this. It exists one time only for this specific live stream, and there's only, I mean, it's already great, like $800 bid on that already, $800. So if you bid like $850 and no one else bids higher than you can have this from this famous artist. Actually, he is going to visit us soon in Dubai, and we are going to update you about what that is about. But go down below to the Rarible link, make sure you click on it, and you take part on that if it's not already too late. And if your favorite piece is sold, still we have the donation addresses down below, so make sure to take advantage of that before it is too late.
Exactly. Very nice. So everybody knows now how to donate. Like I said, if you made some profits in this bull run, we would more than appreciate it if you support this cause. I mean, in total, we now are at over $300,000, which is completely amazing. And yeah, we will just keep on raising for sure for a little more while. Should we go back in to the charts? Maybe the shorter time frame. We talked a lot in this live stream about the bigger time frames, about the yearly chart, even about the 3-month chart. I think we all very rarely talk about those very big time frames, although they are very interesting. But should we also go maybe into the smaller time frames for quite some time? I think that would be interesting for the people that are watching right now as well, what we are expecting maybe till tomorrow or something like that.
Before we go, I have to into the charts. I have to say I have to get going because, like, you know what, I've been working since because my time frame for Chile is like at 5, starts at 5, so, and you know, I didn't have a chance to eat, so I'm starving.
All right, man. Get up, go on.
I'm so starving.
Get going.
It's not funny. I actually ordered food whilst I was on the on the live stream, and everybody heard me on my side ordering something to eat.
People were sending it in my chat. I thought it was a joke. Somebody said like, we should just ordered a hamburger and French fries. I was like, I have no idea if this is just a joke or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I did. I ordered a beer and a Pepsi, and like everybody's asking, are you going to drink the beer and the Pepsi together? Or how's that going to work? I hadn't decided if I want to have a beer before I go to bed or just going to have a Pepsi. So I'm going to decide when it gets here. That's what I'm going to do.
Very good.
All right. Well, anyways,
Meal.
thank you guys. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of the stream, and I will be transferring that donations as soon as I find my hardware wallet.
Very, very kind of you. Very kind.
Thanks, DaVinci, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the donation.
We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You did so many good things to the Bitcoin community since 2011. People were laughing at you, man, when you were shilling Bitcoin at $1. People are not laughing anymore. You are a true OG.
Yes, that's true. Thank you very much. All right. We'll see you guys.
You laughing.
All right. Take it easy, guys. All right. Remember, everyone, play from a position of strength and do not get wrecked. That's the name of the game.
Amazing. Have a very nice evening.
Thank you, man.
$400 away from 100,000 of Ethereum on the Ethereum address.
All right, guys. Thank you for participating in the stream here for the charity. Thank you for donating. I really appreciate everybody donating. Yes, I'm hungry now. I can't wait until that burger gets here. It should be here any minute now. So I just wanted to end the stream. Thank you once again. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll try to get, I didn't do a show today because I ran out and grabbed my new laptop. And it's here. And it turns out that my new laptop my old one came back on. So I'm going to be setting that up probably tomorrow or something like that. So yeah, we'll get that done. But I'm going to bed after I eat because I'm starving, hungry, and I'm going to be tired. And it's like noon. It's like 12 a.m. here, and it's time for bed after I eat. Cheers, guys. And remember, real Bitcoin's here to stay. You need to be a part of it because it's not going anywhere. Now I got to end that live stream. Okay, there we go.